Oh, it's just so good. It's lovely stuff, man.
Holla me, baby, bust it open, bring it back. I'm the realest killer in it, I don't even need an act. Throwing up the racks, I'm just throwing up the racks, baby.
We've got Chelsea back. The fans sing. The great Chelsea away fans at St Mary's against Southampton. Yes, when we saw those centre-back partnership in front of a rotated goalkeeper, how's the chemistry gonna last? We're not gonna keep a clean sheet here, even against Southampton, and so that came to pass, but we scored 5 ruddy goals, ladies and gentlemen, in a beautiful away win with a relatively rotated side. We got Sancho tapping the Chelsea badge after scoring. We got, at time of recording, Liverpool full-time dropping points. 2 points away at Newcastle. I look like an absolute ding-dong. I have to watch the highlights of that. Mate, you will not get me talking about title races, but what you will get me talking about is Chelsea being good again. For the first time since Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea fans sang the manager's name. Enzo Maresca's name was sung. He applauded the away fans. Something's happening. For all those people who were unsure. And by the way, I got called out in the comments saying I was giving the owners grief or something. I was getting so much stick for defending the project. Now, I'm not the kind of guy to come out and say, it's working now, pat myself on the back, because I'm not that kind of guy. What I do want, like everyone else, is Chelsea to do well. And it's that time of year, it's the festive feeling. In fact, look at this. The only Cole I want for Christmas, baby girl, and he scored again today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well. We're going to talk about this dominant away performance from a midweek rotated side from Chelsea. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing. Let's get into it. It's just good, isn't it? We've been through the trenches. We've been sanctioned. We've had owners come and go. We've had mistakes with squad composition and managerial choices. But I don't want to go earlier, but I feel like Andy Dufresne at the end of Shawshank Redemption when he goes out in the rain and he's cleansed and he's escaped prison. That's what we are right now as Chelsea fans. We are. And we're having a lovely time, and you deserve this. You might not be a Chelsea fan, you might just enjoy my content. If that's the case, you are welcome, but Chelsea fans deserve this. We really do. We really, 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 really do. Let's look at some stats on SofaScore. Southampton versus Chelsea. As you can see here on the left-hand side, attacking momentum was very, very dominant to Chelsea. Very, very dominant. Of course, there was a red card. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about all the stuff that went down in this game, ladies and gents. First of all, lineups. Now, we do know there was some absentees, notable absentees from Southampton, and we were always gargantuan favourites in this game, should I say. Right, so what did we see here? We had Jorgensen starting goal, so he really is the midweek goalkeeper. Rain or shine, whether it's European, Cup, or indeed here Premier League. We had Tosin and Axel Disasi in front of him, which had people worrying. For good reason, because they just don't play together, and I include the goalkeeper in that. Malagusto returning for right back, first choice left back Cucurella, who for some reason has been completely snurfed here on his rating. Midfield pivot of Caicedo and Fernandes, Palmer, Felix going back to left wing, Noni Madueke right wing, Christopher Nkunku getting the full game up front, and doing the balloon celebration, which we've been looking for as well. I did say to you guys, I said I don't think Mudrik's going to play. I said Joao Felix I think is going to start on the left wing. I also thought Jackson would start. I thought Palmer and Jackson would start. I thought Jackson would come off at 60 minutes or something. Or maybe get 30 minutes. He didn't get anything. He was fully rested. Fair enough. Nkunku got a goal and an assist is registered here. So we're happy with that. Just in terms of the shape, let's have a look at some heat maps quickly. So Cucurella, conventional left back. I think this might have been a conventional back four, guys. Disasi kind of all over the place here. As you can see, the heat maps. We've got Cucurella, Tosin in the middle and Disassi on the left. I'm seeing Gusto inverting, I imagine. No, kind of just a right back. This was kind of conventional back four settings. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez, right midfielder, double pivot. Caicedo left. This was Enzo Maresca. Yeah, number 10, Palmer. Felix kind of left wing, but playing a little bit more inside, as we expect. He likes to come inside a bit. Noni, the most right winger you will get, a bit like Bukayo Saka. And then Nkunku, kind of like a false nine-ish kind of dude. So this was, guys, a conventional 4-2-3-1 formation. Would you Adam and Eve it, mate, against the back five and stuff like that? Of course, we'll run through the game first, and then we'll do player performances. Very, very important indeed. Statistics. Wow. Really not that much in possession. Expected goals for Chelsea, 5.23. Now, really, with an elite team with elite finishes like we've got against this opposition, we should be scoring more goals than 5 with 5.3 essentially expected goals. 10 big chances created. 10 big chances created. That is like, we should have scored 8 goals. 26 shots, man. The goalkeeper did make 6 saves. It felt like more, bro. It really did feel like more. They made a lot of passes, to their credit. They do just want to play this football when they really shouldn't play that football at times, you know? But 10 big chances, double digits for big chances is wild, guys. Like, I'm serious, right? That is wild. So let's go through what happened here. We got an early goal, Axel Disassi in the 7th minute. It was way too easy. He was literally just headed it near post, like a couple of yards out, like, what? Cheers. See you later. And everyone, was like, what? Disassi started. Oh, he scored. He scored a set-piece goal. Fair enough. He loves a goal, actually. He does. He gets the odd goal. But we're only ahead for literally 4 minutes, and Aribo gets the goal, the equaliser at the time. Feels like a long time ago, the equaliser, doesn't it? And to be fair, Aribo was probably their best player on the night, not just the goal, all-action player. I kind of felt sorry for him because he looked all right. And that was poor defending. It wasn't great from Jorgensen. It wasn't great from Disassi and the guy who was actually tracking Aribo. It was poor defending. But to be honest, it wasn't a howler. It was fairly decent from Saints, right? Yeah. So when you rotate the 2 centre-backs and the goalkeeper and you're away from home in the Premier League, like no easy games. I know this was probably the easiest you'll get in terms of opposition. Maybe at home it would be easier at Stamford Bridge, but obviously absentees for them. But yeah, I mean, like, to be honest, fine. It's all fine, basically. So yes, they get the equaliser. I'm totally cool conceding that 1 goal with that kind of, it wasn't a howler basically. But we were all worried at that point. Let's be real. Like, across social media, people were like, here we bloody go. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of rotation, this, that, and the other. But Jorgensen definitely pulled out of the fire, even if he wasn't great for the goal. We sort ourselves out, though. Noni Madueke, who on Amazon Prime won the Man of the Match award. He assisted Christopher Nkunku. And speaking of howlers, Yep. Great work from Madueke to press, win the ball back, play it to Nkunku, who I think had like an open goal to shoot at. But you gotta execute, you gotta convert. And we saw the balloon celebration, not in the Conference League, but here we saw it. He's like, this is a Premier League goal. I'm starting as Chelsea's number 9. I've scored a goal. It's put us back in the lead. Here's the balloon, mate. Do you know what I mean? And then Noni Madueke gets an assist from Joao Felix, who I actually think was excellent on the night. We'll talk about all these, man. And yes, Noni gets a goal and assist at this point. By the way, you want to speak about someone who should have had more than a goal and assist? Noni Madueke. He hit the post a couple of times. I don't know. He was well worth at least a couple of goals in this. So was Felix. He had a freaking howler as well. A sitter, a header in the second half. But we go 3-1 up. We're having a lovely time. And then, yeah, obviously, they get a corner. And Stevens pulls Cucurella hair. Now, obviously, we're all thinking about Romero when he pulled Cucurella to the ground from his hair. Literally in front of Anthony Taylor's eyes and got nothing. Which, by the way, is absolutely mental. Mate, VAR, 1,000 cameras on you. He pulled his hair back like that. What are you do? Of course, Cucurella is going to go down and be like, ow, he's pulled my hair. What's he supposed to do? Go, stop it. No, he's going to be like, no, mate, thank you very much. I'm taking that one to the bank. Off you pop. And yeah, straight red card. Stevens, you silly knobber. Thank you, but you silly knobber. Great fun. And yeah, he goes off for violent conduct after a VAR review. There's no getting out of it, mate. And then the second half starts, there's no changes. There's a bit of a lull in the second half. They sort of keep us out until the 72nd minute. That's a substitute. It was later than that. Jadon Sancho comes on for Noni Madueke. And this is interesting because Sancho plays on the right. I have said it many times recently on the channel. My starting left wing is Jadon Sancho. My starting right wing is Neto. And again, if Noni Madueke is starting, look, he's great, Madueke. He's great. I ain't got no problem with it. But I'm just thinking in my preference of styles of players, because some people would say Neto is our best winger, like winger, and he wants to play on the right. And Sancho is our best option on the left in that case. That's like me showing my working. That's my math there, right? So Sancho comes in for Madueke, plays on the right. And Kunku gets the assist for Cole Palmer poaching the goal. But look, let's be real, man. We all wanted Palmer to score, don't we? We want him to stat pad. He's in my FPL, not that. I'm at the bottom of my league, basically. But I think I captained him in my FPL. He was happy to get the goal. I know he was doing the celebration. There he is on the top. You know, you got the picture of him and Sancho doing it together. It's lovely stuff. And he comes off shortly after because, we've got Tottenham away in a few days and, you want to wrap him up for that. Do you know what I mean? So it makes sense. Not injured. Gets his goal. Thank you very much. Off you pop, mate. And 4-1 up. We are winning this. A few more changes, of course. And then Renato Vega comes on for Cucurella. Dewsbury Hall gets a little run around. And then Gusto assists Jadon Sancho, which, by the way... it's his first Chelsea goal. He's got a few assists. He's won a penalty. He's been useful. He's looked good. He's been making key passes. But, we wanted him to get a goal before the turn of the year. And it was a great finish, man. It was a good run on the shoulder, onside, lashes it near post. And that goalkeeper, what's his freaking face? Lumley. He's 6.3 here, but that's a guy who's also eaten 5 goals. So he made some saves. He made some good saves. And it was a great finish from Jadon Sancho. So performances then, should we run through it? I think Cucurella was fine. He won, it was very good to just let everyone know his hair's been pulled. He's a good player. Didn't have to be great here, let's be honest. Rested. He'll play against Tottenham, basically. Gusto was frustrating in the first half, pulled out of the fire. Second half, got the assist for Sancho, which is good. Both centre backs in the end were fine. Disasi will score on set pieces. That has value. Just ask Arsenal, who are playing Man United, and I think they're currently beating them at time of recording, which is frustrating because we'd like them to drop points, but. Yeah, I think they're probably going to get a narrow win there, which means we'll stay above them in second because we'll have a better goal difference, which would be good for us. I can't see them suddenly scoring 4 goals against Man United with no reply. Yeah, man. So the defense was fine in the end. Disasi, good goal. Tosin's a good player. He's a serviceable rotational player. Disasi got better, but we were playing against 10 men Southampton. Jorgensen made 2 excellent saves. The commentary team was talking about how Chelsea fans want him in. They want him to be the first choice. I'm kind of like just letting Maresca do his thing now because Sanchez has made a few good saves. Every time I criticise him, he does a little bit better. But I think everyone would think if Chelsea got a world-class goalkeeper, it would be a big difference for us. Jorgensen's young. He did well here. The mood is good, everything's fine. I thought Caicedo was good. Enzo Fernandez got an assist apparently. I just missed that, one of the goals. Very, very good conventional double pivot. So this is what we used to see, I guess, a couple of years ago or a year ago or something. And it worked in this game, of course. Cole Palmer, magisterial, should have had another goal. Noni, goal and assist, definitely should have had another goal. Joao Felix, I want to speak about him because I think he was really good. And I don't know if this will do him justice. Usually I go through the numbers, but I don't think I need to here. We all watch this. This is a good eye test game. And against the opposition, we don't need to pick out the stats like we usually do so meticulously. I thought Joao Felix was sick. He obviously missed that sitter, that header from Cole Palmer, which should have been an assist for Palmer. And he can score headers, Felix, so he'll be like, what have I done? But he got an assist himself. He did some Maradona turns. He won fouls on the break. He did some tackles, good defensive work. I thought he just looked pretty ruddy good. And also, you want to talk about starting left wingers. I know Maresca's talked about him as a deputy for Palmer in the number 10. But Felix, bro, he is He's a good signing. He's a good player. He's only just turned 25 years old. He's entering his prime. He's good to go. He feels at home at Chelsea, and it's a good feeling right now. And Nkunku played a good game. I do want to look at his stats very quickly because he's been given man of the match here. 1.2 expected goals nearly. Two shots on target. Of course, goal and an assist, which is great. Only 24 passes, but 2 key passes, which is great. That's creative. Didn't win many ground duels. Only lost possession 3 times, but didn't touch it anymore. So that's fine. Goal and assist, really, isn't it? And Jadon Sancho, very, very pleased to see Jadon Sancho come on, do so well. He's not been selfish at all since we've signed Jadon Sancho, which is great. That's exactly what you want. And Maresca's even said he's a bit shot shy. We want him to be taking on more shots, you know. He took one on today. He's got it off his back. He's got his Chelsea goal. He's been good for us. He's got assists. He's playing well. He's making intelligent decisions, passing, dribbling. Not like, oh, I've got to score, just taking silly shots. He's just like, all right, now's the time to shoot. Bang, lovely goal, mate. Here we go. We've arrived. Tap the Chelsea badge. We know he's and look. We know he's a Chelsea fan. He grew up a Chelsea fan, idolising Lampard and Drogba. He said it himself before he even left Dortmund. So we know that. And the feeling is just great, guys. I feel great about it. I know it's Southampton, but still. What do you think? Comment down below. Let's start the conversation here. I'll thank you guys for liking. I'll thank you guys for subscribing. And I do hope to see you back here on Football Therapy very soon. Peace.